is Hoàng.
The full name is
My name is Đức Hoàng. Đức Hoàng.
Đức Hoàng.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now let's start with the first part of the speaking test. Let's talk about toys. What kinds of toys do you play when you were just a little boy?
I'm a naughty boy, so I especially play like Superman toys, like Superman, Batman, Flash, all the heroes in every comic. I have all of them. Like my mom bought it for me when I was a little boy, so I was fun about it. I enjoy playing it. It's maybe fun, especially when I was a little boy. I still keep it. I still keep all my toys to now because it's my memories from my little boys. That's from the day that we didn't have televisions and internet, but it's still very fun.
Yeah. So among all those toys, which one is the most important to you?
It's the Superman toys because that's when me and my dad spend time together. Because my dad is a businessman, so he always travel around the country. Like today he's maybe going to Hanoi, but tomorrow he's going to be in Saigon. Like he's never staying at home too long with me. So like when he had time, he explained to me. I always like appreciate that time. And then when I was like 4 years old, grade 4, my dad took me to the Hobart and we had some fun, and then that bought for me, and it's really special with me.
Yeah.
Memories.
So why do you think some people like to keep their toys?
There are several reasons. I think that they will keep it because like they still want it, they still want the fun. They will pass it to their younger brother, because or maybe just because it is their memories.
Yeah. Now let's talk about painting and drawing. Do you have painting and drawing lessons at school?
Yes, my school is an international school, so every kind of subject that we will have. Yeah. So we learn about 2 periods per week, and it's quite interesting that we can learn about some famous artists in the world.
Yeah. So do you think children should learn how to paint and draw at school?
In my opinion, the drawing and painting is really important, but we don't need to learn it in schools. Like we just need to know about the subject, not about really learn about good at it or being the best. So I think it's not important. No, it's important, but it's really don't necessary for the student in school.
Yeah. So why do some people like to have paintings in their home?
Because somebody like decorate their house by furniture.
Yeah.
So like they like. There are people like flowers or many paintings. They make the house more bright and cozy.
Yeah.
So that is the reason why they always decorate with the painting.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's move on to part 2 of the speaking test. I'm going to give you a card and you have 1 minute to think about the topic. Okay. So the topic is describe an interesting object that your family has. You should say what it is, where it came from, how long your family has kept that object, and explain why your family thinks this object is so interesting. An old object, interesting one in your family. Okay. You have 1 minute to prepare. Do you have any pens? Okay.
house. I do not remember the specific name of the tree, but that tree is really familiar with my family because like that tree lived with us a lot when we hadn't changed house yet from a small apartment to now like a villa. Yeah. Especially that Vietnamese people believe in fortunes, and my parents also believe that trees bring to us fortune. So and I also like when I was a little boy, I was pour the water into that tree. So I think that's why the reason is my family still keep the tree in the house.
Do you have any special memories or special connections with that tree?
No, I didn't have the special connection with the trees. Maybe my parents have, but I don't have that.
Okay. Now let's move on to part 3 of the speaking test. Ask you some questions about history. Why do people like to keep things that remind them of the past?
People who would like to keep them like maybe the memories of the past is good, and if they're sad or something else, they would to take that and like remind of the good things in the past. Maybe it is something that parents or grandparents pass to us. So when something happens, we need that things to like protect us, or it's necessary with us sometimes.
Do you think that all historic buildings should be kept, should be remained?
Yes. The all historic building is one of the things that help every country develop. Well, every country should have one of historic, so and then should develop and upgrade to more technology. So I think that we should keep the historic building.
Do you think that objects made in the past are better than objects made in the modern society?
It depends. It's not always better, but it's not always the worst. Now the technology is more developed, so some product is still better in the past, but some product is not good as the present now. Because the technology is more upgraded, so we can show about anything.
Yeah. Now let's talk about museums. Do you think museums are the best way for people to learn about the past?
Museum is a good way, but it's not the best. Because we have teachers, we have internet, different way to learn history, not just one way. Maybe museums are good, but the teachers can be good better. The internet, because museum could not contain all the information of the history, so maybe internet can contain it, so we could learn through internet.
Yeah. So do you think that in the future, like museums will attract more visitors?
Yes, because like every country that have different type of history, so every museum will contain a lot of different information, data about that country, so it will not the same as another country, so it may attract the visitor.
Okay.